is a chimera human, and I don't.
Hold on.
That should be.
Oh, good, there's music.
We're recording now?
I'm only recording to check the levels.
Oh. I have one mozzarella stick left.
One mozzarella stick.
That's the saddest sentence ever spoke.
I mean, it's like fake people. So.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna have the shits after this. I always do this to myself.
It's so weird.
The internet will never cease to be weird.
Intolerant.
Oh,
And
yeah?
I never want that to change.
Man, there's a lot of people that
I
are lactose
always want the
intolerant.
internet to have the capacity to be weird, no matter how jaded.
Popularity.
You are.
But that's also
We
because
are?
I don't like. I'm pretty sure humans are not supposed to drink milk.
After a certain age.
Some weird motherfucker.
Humans are supposed to.
I've heard one thing or another.
All I'm
about, you know
saying
what?
is
Milk's
think about the
delicious.
first dude that freaking drank milk, or the first person that drank milk.
I think it's
You
wonderful.
can say that for a lot of shit.
I mean,
How weird is that person?
Are you aware? So you may or may not know this, but do you know what is one of the strongly believed things that we ever like created out of food, like food wise?
What's that?
Beer. Because it makes the most. It's like one of the earliest inventions of like.
One of the first crops.
Yeah, is like because the thought, because a lot of times like bread comes up, but bread as basic as it is actually kind of complicated to make.
Yeah.
Like it would take a lot of effort to figure out bread.
Yeah, yeast and all that.
Yeah,
other stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
But with beer, the theory is like you could have somebody out collecting some sort of form of barley-esque whatever wheat, and putting it into
wine.
Yeah,
wine is super simple.
But you put it into some sort of pot, and then you left it out in the rain accidentally, and it filled up, and it sat there for a while. And then where it gets weird is like somebody picked it up and then drank it. But
and then went, "This is amazing."
Yeah,
I am fucked up right now, but this is awesome.
I'm so fucked up. I use the term "fucked up" and I have no idea what that means.
That's right.
I'm absolutely sure that was more of a like fermented apples situation.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then they were like, oh.
But that's still like lies around.
Because elephants will eat fermented shit all the time just to get fucked up.
Oh yeah.
I had drunk bees in my friend's backyard once.
Nice.
It was like a bunch of.
I feel like wine might have come before beer.
It might have. But my main point is some sort of alcohol.
Some sort of fermented.
There's a pretty entertaining documentary called How Beer Saved the World.
Yeah, I watched
It's very dumb.
Yeah,
but it's also
dumb.
like
very true.
It's neat. Yes. Well, because there's a lot of industry that
truth kind of
revolves around.
It's questionable.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like,
it's a hypothesis.
Without beer, do you know how angry I would be?
Yeah, there'd be a lot of really angry people.
Yeah.
About what?
There's also some people that are really angry with beer.
That's true.
Yeah.
I am actually the happy drunk.
That's
I am
like
not,
the head of
I'm
the
the
new
saddest drunk.
Not really.
I just sit
like
there and cry.
happy-go-lucky.
I get really happy and then really sad.
Yeah, that
really
one.
happy and then I go to sleep.
Oh.
You're that emotional.
Usually I just come
Wasteland,
sad.
there's a lot of weird moments of
super
like,
happy.
That night I left you,
party,
man,
and then like I
seriously
go off
thought
by
you were
myself
going
and
to
sit
die.
there
I
and
was
stare
like,
at
oh,
the
fuck,
stars
please
for a
tell me
while
you
and
made
just
it.
contemplate the awfulness of my existence, and then I go back and start high-fiving people, and that happens
do
2
that
or
to
3
me?
times.
Oh, I do those? Fine.
And make sure you message the right messenger, by the way. Because, like, the next morning, I was like, did Chad's die?
Oh, did I message your work messenger by accident?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. Because, I mean, it still gets to me. But, like, it took me a while to find your message. So, like, the following day or whatever, where I went to check my work stuff or whatever, I was like, oh, thank God he made it home.
Chaz,
Yeah.
can you pull me a pencil out of the top? That's the middle drawer of the top. Nope, to the right. The big one in the middle drawer. There's pencils. Grab them. You are the pencil guy.
Just remember, like, stray.
Hey guys, how does it feel to mostly have a table? It's pretty great, right?
It's fine.
It's
So
great.
we ready?
That was a joke.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Hold on.
How's the framing on Amanda
Do you need a
there?
pencil?
It's bad.
Anybody else need a pencil?
Because we
Go.
can, you
I
can
have a
slide
pen.
down.
And the
Cody-
pen is mightier than the pencil.
Cody, you could slide down another
Can't write shit down in pen,
4
Sean,
inches or
'cause
so.
I might change it.
Yeah.
if you don't mind being on
I
the
don't
end of
give
the
a
Give me
table.
one second.
I scratch it out.
I'm just kidding.
They turned off the water in my trailer park today, and with no warning, and so I didn't get to shower, so my hair is gross from the gym. I'm so excited.
No, it's not the password. I'm trying to fucking type the username.
And I didn't want to do any makeup because in case I fucked up, there was no water to
Starting
wash
to feel
it
that
off.
trend. Someone take this away.
Where?
What is
Getting
that?
too happy.
No, put it here. Put it here. Right there. Perfect.
Someone take this away. I will be totally bad.
Ugh. I
Hey,
hate
baby.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Baby,
Blech. It's the
Blech.
wine though.
But
Hey.
it's not that great. Like
you
it's
should try this wine.
It's terrible.
I'm curious what you think. Yeah, but so is the one she likes.
No, this
but
is
no,
not the
no,
same as
this,
terrible.
this is chalky.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, see,
Is it just
I know
because Darren
wine,
and extra
okay?
sassy?
I
It's
drink
very,
wine.
it's like got a really dry finish. It's a little bit sweeter than most Sauvignon
Okay, I have to
Blancs,
do it
but
on the computer.
it's still.
I don't know if
I need to sit
why.
where
Like,
you are.
What the
the
fuck is
taste
it that
parts
like?
that you're describing, I understand,
Maybe.
but the part where you reference other Sauvignon is where I just.
Because I had one
Dead
once
ends.
that I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever had. And I still drank the whole bottle because it was like Wednesday night and I really didn't want to write this essay. And so I got really drunk instead.
Have you ever watched the Adam
Oh,
Rogers
they're-
for
Wine
wine?
by itself is terrible.
All right,
It's pretty
people,
bad.
I need
people
to-
are
I don't
waiting
like
for it
wine.
to go live.
Yeah,
By the way,
I
Oh,
need to.
shit.
I need to sit
Yeah.
where you're
Who's
sitting
waiting?
for a
Oh,
minute.
I need to sit
People?
where you're sitting.
yeah, people.
Just for a
There's-
minute. Just
we're
if you
getting
just stand up real
messages
fast.
saying, "Hurry the fuck up."
Oh, are
All
we?
right, let's
Yes.
From who?
let's start it,
David.
Dave.
Oh, just from David.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's somebody.
Oh.
Make
You
sure
alright?
you're careful about bopping those
Yeah.
things. Dog, where's
I
dog?
bop, I bop what I want.
What's up?
Gross. What is the URL? QITV?
Twitch.tv/QIRPG.
QIRPG.
I felt so bad the other day. Like I didn't see. Like I was literally there for like an hour.
I'll tell you
and
what,
a
we
half
get 100 subscribers.
Where?
Yep.
at the Brit.
I'll post it on
And I
my
was like
Facebook.
walking around. Like, I was walking around thinking about Alex. I saw him. I was like,
Now it's
Son of a
less
bitch.
weird because we have fans.
I was like, I promise one of these days we'll hang out.
Accidentally super drunk.
We'll hang out at the Brit.
Because-
Accidentally super drunk.
Yes, because I bought one beer.
Okay.
Let me put it that way. And then there was this dude, and he was like buying me drinks all night, and I was like, I don't feel attracted to you at all, but I'll take your
I
free
will
drinks.
take the drinks. I've
And
done
then
that.
another dude was buying me
I've
drinks.
been to gay
so
bars.
I had like 6 or 7 drinks because they were just buying me free drinks, and I was like, I must look good tonight or something. I don't know.
It's I mean, I can't blame you. It's really nice. I've been to gay bars.
You know what I
need
hate?
a self-esteem boost. I'll
The-
go to a gay bar.
The worst version of that I ever encountered was when we went to Vegas for my friend's bachelor party and we were talking about help planning stuff, and his younger sister was doing a lot of the planning as far as clubs and stuff go because that's her scene. And at one point when we were talking about drinks and stuff like that, she's just like, "Oh no, drinks will be easy. Just tell us what we want and we'll go get people to buy it for us." I was like, "No,
Alright,
I am not."
Are we live?
You
We're
live?
Fucking
Should be.
skim
Alright,
drinks
live,
out the-
people.
We're gonna.
In the middle of my rant about
Yes,
people
right.
buying
that's
alcohol.
All right. Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Quantum, the actual first official episode of Quantum Infinity. Sorry for starting a little bit late tonight.
It's
But,
my fault.
So, for those of you just coming in, Quantum Infinitum is a show where I get together with some of my closest and funniest friends, and we roleplay through a game of Starfinder that I GM them through, and I try and pull together their weird decisions into some semblance of a cohesive story, while we roll dice and explore galaxies uncharted. If you want to know more about the backstory and myself, the GM, Chaz, and the rest of the players, there's other...
The GM Chaz. It's a title now.
Thanks, sir, for screwing up my flow.
I had to make fun
Making
of you.
it
I
super
know you
awkward.
did. You had to throw a wrench in my kinks.
Sorry.
Wrench
All
in your
good.
kinks.
If you want to know more about
Shave your
what's going
wrenches.
on a little bit, because we are going to change, some of the lore's been changed and all that stuff. If you want to know more about that, there's more on our site and our YouTubes. Go check that out if you're interested, or just kind of enjoy from here on out. But I will say this, any RAW fanatics, go ahead and get it out of your system now, because we are going to be, this is a narrative-based gameplay, so we are going to be playing a little bit fast and loose with the rules from time to time, based on narrative and flow. So, sorry. It's okay. Just get it out of your system, and then come back and let's have a little bit of fun. Before we actually get into the recap and the actual story of it all, I would like to take just a moment and talk about our partner, Child's Play, which is an amazing charity, you guys. It's so cool. Child's Play, what they do is they collect money, and through donations they purchase game systems, from video games to tabletops to board games, and they essentially bring them to hospitals for terminally ill children and disenfranchised children throughout the United States. They also put on events where people can come in and play tournaments for money, which all goes to the charity. They have people come in and teach kids how to play these games. They're super awesome. They're doing such great work over there, and we're so insanely proud and grateful that we actually get to partner up with them. So I believe the information is up on our site. If not, we will have it up shortly. But you can donate to us through Patreon if you would like, and 30% of all of donations that are made to us is going to go straight to Child's Play. That's it. That's all for them. Or if you don't want to contribute to us just being dummies in front of you for ridiculous amounts of time, there's also a banner which you can probably see in either the upper left or right corner of your screen right now. That doesn't help me, Darren. You pointing doesn't help
I'm pointing where you need to point. Point the direction I'm pointing. That way. There you go.
Yay.
Perfect. That's all you have to do.
Click right there, and you can donate directly to them.
Oh, it's not interactable.
Yeah,
I haven't done that yet.
That's not.
Okay.
Oh, we fail.
Sorry, we'll get that up, but we'll have all the links and stuff available.
Still figuring out the
even if you don't
kinks.
we're still working out the kinks here. But yeah, so even if you don't watch the show, if you don't like it, or you think this is stupid and we're boring, go ahead and leave a message like, you guys are idiots, we hate you. But thanks for letting me know about a really awesome charity. Figure out how you can donate, how you can get involved, because they're amazing, and we're so happy to be partnered up with them. Yeah. Does anybody have anything that they would like to? Anyone have any shows or anything? Amanda?
It's
you have
live.
any shows coming up or anything?
If
that
you're
you'd
watching
like to
really
promote?
carefully, you can watch me go through every single
I'm playing sometime in May, but I don't know when. I'm
Okay.
terrible.
Solid.
Sometime in May, at some point in time.
Probably at the Brit.
Most likely at the Britisher in Lancaster, California. Come see our very own Dizzy play some music.
Play some music with a guy I knew in high school.
Yeah.
Interesting enough.
Guy
Our
you knew in
band
high
is
school?
called Cult Nouveau because we're super edgy.
Oh, you guys got a name now.
We always had a name.
Oh, okay.
I made up that name because I'm super edgy, okay?
Except for, is that the official name, or
Yes.
that was agreed upon name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's a poor decision, but I like it.
No,
Okay.
Cult Nouveau is
That's
fine.
fair. You know what?
I've
You
heard
go.
so many terrible band names that that
Yeah.
name's perfectly acceptable.
It's true.
Like
But,
women
okay.
belong in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Chaz.
Yeah.
What?
Excuse?
Yeah. I was in a band called Women Belong in the
It's a
Kitchen.
good. It's a good thing.
It was a
It's a
it was
good
a
thing where it
super
started.
inside joke. Granted, nobody got it because nobody knew us because we didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But at the time, the whole metal and hardcore scene was all a bunch of bro dudes that are like, bro, what's up, bro? I hate fucking
If
things.
people ever watch this,
We had a friend who had
We're off topic.
Oh no, this,
All right,
is,
anyways,
this is gonna
we're
get
way off
this
topic.
is gonna get violent.
Let's
It's fine.
bring it all back.
Let's
I'm
start
sure
the
Charles
game.
Boy really enjoys the fact that, like, right after plugging in their charity, we started talking about band names. And
Like
how
Women
terrible
Belong in the
they can
Kitchen.
be. So, without further ado, we're gonna get right into it with our recap. So, last time
That's
that
a
we
good
played,
question.
you guys, after spending a month and a half on the abandoned Abador Core mining facility that had been taken over by slavers and has been run for X amount of time. You get the idea, impression that it's been like maybe a year or two. You guys had just escaped.
Damn, we were there for a year.
No, we were only
you
there
guys,
for
Oh,
You
okay.
guys were there about
But
a
it's
month,
been
a month
up
and
and
a half.
running for.
But they've
I'm scared.
Dundee and his
That's
band
a
of
really long
Cassathos
wait for level
slavers had it for maybe about a year and a half, 2 years. You got that impression while you were there.
Okay.
So, you guys had just narrowly escaped as the entire facility, along with the asteroid that it was on, exploded into a glorious display of space debris and
Space fireworks.
space fireworks. There you go. you guys are riding in the more shit. Where'd it go? I don't have my notes. It should be in front of me. Anyway, you guys are in your guys' ship that you guys.
We haven't named it yet.
Oh,
We're arguing.
That's
about
right. You guys
it.
didn't name your
Oh,
ship, so
that's
this isn't on me.
What are you talking about? I thought we already agreed upon this.
No.
Neemer.
No.
The what?
You
The
guys
Neemer.
had taken
The hammer.
The Neemer.
Neemer.
The Neemer.
Does that mean something?
No, it's perfect though.
Oh.
Come on, bro.
Nobody knows
No,
what it
guys,
means.
remember it was the
Neemer.
rusty
The
ladybug.
Neemer.
The rusty lady.
I don't remember
No.
that actually.
Rusty ladybug.
No, that sounds terrible.
This is gonna be the entire stream.
Neemer.
That's fair. Hey,
Sorry,
your
guys.
Your,
You
your
guys get
story,
us.
I'm just a narrator.
Hey, either way, Neemer.
It's not the Neemer.
I'm the captain of this ship.
Whoa.
Who said
made
you
you
were
Whoa.
the captain?
All right, hold on.
Pilot.
I have a appeal.
This is
Just
my
because
ship.
you can
All
drive
right,
the ship
So
doesn't mean that you're in
wait a
charge
second.
of
We're
the ship.
playing
can
now,
drive a
right?
ship.
Like officially.
Yeah, we're playing.
All right. So
Hold on,
who's captain?
hold on.
I pull out my tasty treat.
You guys find yourselves just out of orbit.
Who's captain?
Is-
I have a tasty treat.
Alright,
by the
hold
way.
on.
Okay,
Hold on,
okay,
just-
do your setting,
We're
and I
out
have a
of it now.
very, very important question.
You
Go
guys find yourselves just out of orbit, moments after the large explosion. The other ship, piloted by the Deogoxian Magris, floating within your
She's got
sector
fellowship.
as out of the port windows and out of the the main port windows, you can see the explosions as the muck, as it was so unceremoniously called, explodes into a shattering of minerals and debris to be shot into the expanses of packed space. You guys find yourself floating just in the Desperia belt on the outer edges of the packed system. And this is where we're going to pick up. And where
Pick
you
up.
guys can have your guys' arguments. As you have
Pick up.
maybe about 30 to 35
Pick up.
liberated slaves from the muck in your cargo hold, just kind of cramming your ship. It's a little bit packed in there. It's not quite a super. It's almost as if like one too many people had gotten onto an elevator. That's kind of how packed your ship is right now.
Yeah.
It's not wall to wall, and it's not.
It's uncomfortable.
Immaneuverable. But
Speaking
it
of
is
which,
still
where's the
uncomfortable.
captain's
Very,
quarters?
very important question before all of the questions. Is there food on the ship?
You can go ahead. And
I was gonna ask
look
that as
for it.
well.
I rolled a bad.
I rolled the bad.
I had a 10 perception.
Let's turn that off so we don't get interrupted again. Sorry about that.
So, by the way,
There we go. That's what
I have a amazing idea, and I think you should totally back me on this, Bama.
in the background, like you can
What do
just
you-
hear
what do
me
you-
tearing
pull out
into
a tasty
things.
treat?
So yeah. So as you guys are having
I'm
your
We're
conversation,
not on the rock
you hear
anymore,
clang,
man.
ting, 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 as things are
But
being
is there
tossed
food?
around by Maz looking for food.
Do you realize that there's no food on this ship?
There'll be food. We're not gonna keep these guys here very much
Bama,
longer.
but I know how you are.
I ain't
Do you-
about to start eating people.
No. But do you want this tasty treat?
I want a lot of things, and I'm really sick of the tasty treats.
I'm sure.
I know that there's
I'm
better
s-
stuff out there, and
I-
I know I can get it now.
Oh yes, and who better to lead us through and get us the better stuff than me?
I don't.
It's
I can't-
Bama.
I
Bama's a better choice.
I would
Even
trust the
Bama
lizard
is a
more
better
than I
choice
would.
than you.
What's that?
I would trust the lizard more at this point than I would you.
Damn. You know what?
know
I'm
what?
a lot of things.
I don't wanna take
but
a
I'm-
bite out of that
but I'm
tasty
not
treat.
a
You got me
sneaky
here.
liar,
That's all
crazy
I'm
person.
saying.
All I'm saying is I saved her life,
So
saved
you
his
watch,
life.
you watch
You know what?
your
I
Save
android
your
appreciate
life.
your
take a
efforts.
big bite, which androids don't eat. So this is essentially just like, you know when a ventriloquist like fakes eating food, just eating and just falling,
Yes, exactly.
Damn.
just in
Oh.
front of your face.
That's a big old fuck you if I ever saw one.
I put it back in my sack.
Well, you go on and enjoy that because we will be in a place with food very soon.
Well, depends on who's.
I'm
ruling.
hungry.
Oh, where are we going, by the way?
Well, okay. So here's my theory.
I
on
hear
all
this. There's this place called the Necropolis.
That sounds like death.
Why is
Yeah.
the first place that you want to go to is freaking
It's actually-
zombie
it's
undead
It's
planet?
actually Eon. It's
So-
the planet Eon.
Hey, are
Okay.
we refreshing or something? Or?
No, this is the problem that I was having.
Is this a problem that
Are we having
the
buffering
viewers are
issues?
having?
I believe so. Yes.
No, okay.
Apologies if we're having any buffering issues. We will back
Yeah.
to it
This
shortly.
was what I was trying to figure out.
Is it something you can fix? Or
Kind of, but
Okay.
it takes a lot of time.
okay, that's fine. We'll deal with
That's
it.
why I was trying to take care of it yesterday.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Loitering.
Well, we'll get the tech bugs figured out.
So you guys are floating the expanse of the Desperia belt.
Well, can we
is
call the ship the
all
Tech-
around
Tech.
No,
Tech
we're
bug.
calling
Tech bug.
the
You really
Neems.
want to name it after some sort of like adorable
I'm
insect.
telling you,
Yes!
we're going to
It
call
is a
the
cargo
Is
Neems.
it very bug-like? Isn't it like more like a giant log?
All right.
No,
So-
it's not
No.
like a giant log.
So, anyways, this Neemer.
It is not the Neemer. I don't understand
We're gonna
why
have
you
this
wanna name it that.
conversation later.
Okay, you're
Was-
right. We're running
Was
out
I
of food, aren't we?
successful at all in finding any food with my perception 10?
No.
All right.
Then
So
it seems that this is a bare bones like transport.
in the middle of
Shit.
their important conversation, I'm gonna barge into the room and just shout out, "There's no food on the ship, guys. We need to get rid of all these people. We're gonna die."
No.
I've looked everywhere, and behind me you can see that like there's just shit all over the place as I've just opened stuff and pulled it out.
Hey, Chaz.
Yeah. You gonna look for food?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
17 plus a lot of things. So if there's food, I'm pretty sure I found it. At least plus
Cody?
7.
There is
Yeah. So
people talking
24.
in the chat that is not
24.
there.
So
by
you
the way.
found
That I'm
Oh,
getting.
really?
you haven't found any food,
Strange.
but like in walking around, you've seen several of the refugees that
It is
you have kind of
Oh, okay.
snacking on
Just
like
go ahead and
what
click
looks to be
on the
old
thing on the top right, Amanda.
rations or tasty cakes.
It's like
that
right
they're,
underneath the
kind of
camera
passing
tripod.
around to each other.
This-
Everyone looks really
What?
shaken.
No,
but
the one
also,
that has the arrow.
kind of
It's, like,
elated. with
absolutely
their,
top right.
Various levels of
Oh, over
elation
here.
and
Yeah.
almost that Stockholm syndrome level of worry of like, this is the only thing I've ever known in my
Go
entire
hit
life.
channel.
So I'm gonna put on
I don't
my
see
captain's
that.
uniform.
It's right below
Oh, just all
the.
like
It's right where it turns
Oh,
to
yeah,
dark
they don't-
purple.
I put on my nicest scarves.
There you go.
My
Okay.
my
Yeah, that's right, because you did find your equipment.
yeah. So my captain's uniform. And then go in and dress the mass hysteria.
There's no food. And
So
we're
it's
gonna
so in the very back of the ship, it looks like
Ladies and gentlemen.
I start
they all-
telling
like,
people
everyone,
on the ship.
Nobody seems to kind of be paying. Like a couple people kind of look at you, and then kind of go back to what they're doing.
Oh, dear God.
Oh no.
I knew that was gonna happen.
It was eventually gonna happen.
Here.
Oh. Rest in peace.
Smooth.
Operating
Smooth
correctly.
operating.
That's right. Well, that is why I
Like
am.
a well-oiled machine, this show is.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
This is what I get for trying out a fucking
Is it pointing at
new
the right
setup
place?
every time.
Pull up.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That far end icon. Go ahead and
Like a
click on it.
well-oiled machine. I love it.
Yeah,
What?
right. We're so good.
Click on this.
This?
Yeah. Sorry for the interruption, guys.
You
We
know
gotta
what?
make sure.
Hey, it's my head.
We're professionals.
Super.
Oh, we're something.
Donate
Yeah.
to Child's Play if you can.
No, it's child's play.
Yeah, that seems fine.
All right. There we go. We fixed
So-
it.
So going back to
So, did you really pull out your?
yeah, I pulled out the pulse one. That's not really gonna do any damage to anything.
Okay.
So and then I just fired it off in the air.
This like energy blast of audio sound just culminates in this large empty cargo hangar of the
Lenny.
back of your ship, and you just hear people like ah, like
Ladies and gentlemen,
In the background, you hear me yell, "We're under attack!"
Ah!
and totally ignoring that. Ladies and gentlemen,
and so everyone's at this point, everyone is
This is why we don't trust you. I want you to know that.
I'm marching through the crowd looking for
So
non-existent
our
baddies.
first resource that we must maintain is our food supply. So I will ask the people of the Neemer to go ahead and donate any food that they may have, so this way we can ration it for the travels ahead.
And you see people like all looking around like, okay, and they're like giving you like these little tiny chunks of their rations, and it's just like they didn't have a bunch of it. It just seemed to be like a piece that they had been carrying with them and were passing out to the children. So
yeah, well, feed yourselves for now, but realize that tonight, any excess rations that you may have, we're going to need.
At this point, a familiar-looking Lashunta with kind of deep scars in his face, scar on his cheek running down.
This is
little bit down
that
his
old
neck,
dude, huh?
Slightly graying on the sides, longer hair pulled back into a ponytail. Walks up to you.
Hand ready.
You recognize this is Kondu. He's the Lashunta that you had talked to several times about. He's the guy who organized getting the slaves all together.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then he's like, we appreciate everything that you've done for us, but we don't have anything, obviously.
Well, anything that we do have, we need to ration it, and be sure to tell the people this.
How far away are we?
I will collect everything that I can.
And our immediate source of what we're going to do is we're going to have to find food.
I mean,
and fuel. I'm sure.
This is true, but I imagine you do not plan for all of us to live together. I can't imagine that is your plan.
I imagine what I plan on doing is getting everyone to safety, regardless.
Yes, of course. But
I mean, you're the slave freeing guy, so where
Is
we
there
free
some
the
kind
slaves
of market
to? You
outpost
got a
that
plan,
I'm in
right?
of, or
Well, of
maybe
course.
the closest
I always have a plan.
civilization?
But is it a good plan?
well,
Some of your plans.
Go ahead
Pretty good.
and roll just a straight
19's a good plan.
Straight knowledge?
Just
Not
straight intelligence.
Hey,
Look,
but-
you don't have anything you
By
actually
the way,
came
I
up
rolled a 19 for plan.
Plan.
For plan.
What'd you get?
with. For half a
20.
plan.
Natural.
Yep, that's
For
a nat
what?
20.
What are you trying to do?
for it would be better if it was
Come on.
intelligence.
Seriously? Bring up OBS again.
Oh, did it fall again?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about this, guys. We're still working out the logistics of everything.
And
So
half
bear
drive.
with
Should be a
us.
little more
Those
secure.
are that's my forehead.
Bear with us. We apologize.
Yeah,
Or-
our cameras are literally attached to the monitor, and they want to be stupid. So should be better. And then this needs to do
I
that.
like how it's just this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out how to do that one.
That's fair.
And then I was
Need
just
this to
like,
go a little more
ha!
this way.
Because everybody was already here.
There we go.
Okay.
Alright.
Neems.
So I guess like let's try not to hit the table or something. I
Don't touch it.
don't know. Don't touch the table. It's like the worst '80s game.
So,
okay.
So with your natural 20, what you know, Bama, is obviously where you guys were headed originally before you got accosted by the Crimson
Yeah,
Circuit. You
yeah.
guys were on your way to a slave refugee camp off in Castrovel. That's where you were going to deliver the slaves that you were transporting originally. So you know of that place.
Yeah.
But you're not 100% sure, but you've heard rumors of a place on Akaton, which is your home planet.
Okay. Diasporia, that is the company that sold us?
No, Dysphoria is the belt, the asteroid
Oh,
belt.
okay.
that you guys are
Alright. All I had was a note that said we're being sold.
You got sold to a bunch of slavers that were working on an abandoned Abadar port mining facility in the Dysperia belt on the far reaches.
Alright. Okay. Let's go to that slave refuge.
That was
camp.
Well, how far away is it to there?
Traveling through Drift. Maybe about a 2-3 day journey, depending.
How much fuel do we have?
Traveling through regular means of travel, it's maybe about several months.
Jazz, did you take the note that I had in here beforehand from
I
NPC?
thought I handed
think
it
you
back to
mentioned
you.
taking it.
What about
I don't
fuel?
currently have it, but I don't know if
I
that's my
thought
fault.
I handed
or
it
yours.
back to you, but I could be mistaken. And
What
I
are you
have a lot of
looking
papers
for?
right
And
now.
speaking of
Next
which,
to
we
each
have
box,
another ship that
next
we have
to
to
each
worry
one of
about
the
with all these
microphone
slaves on
cables.
it too, that we have
Don't
to
trust me with
liberate.
Bane.
As,
you want me to
yes,
do with
there
them?
is
Just
the other
Turn it up?
Pump
So,
it
in
up
fact,
until
actually,
it
I'm
turns
gonna
red,
jump
and
on
then pull
the
it back
con.
a
the
little
more
bit.
sleek ship that Magris and
The one that we should have took because it's a cooler ship.
No, we got the way cooler one.
that Magris took over.
No, that was
She
a
is-
cooler ship that
she
she
is-
took off on, but
She is piloting. Has a maybe about what you by rough estimates maybe about half.
The
of
second
slope.
one's all the way up,
You
but
guys
still
were able
green.
to rescue maybe about 70,
no, that's
75.
fine. Whatever.
Okay.
You guys probably
Now
have
it's
like
red.
30,
Hang
35 on your ship, and they probably have the other half.
Okay. And then, how many perished?
You didn't really do a super large count while you were there.
Oh, I'm a
But
super
they-
mathematician.
There were okay.
5.
You are a computer, and you rolled a 5.
It's
But
got a point.
by
User error.
estimates, there was maybe about 100 plus or minus some slaves total, and you've maybe got about 70, 75. So
That's not that bad.
That's pretty terrible.
That's like a C.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
in
we
the situation where we had a literal like combat zone, like those guys could have just died in combat, let alone not get evacuated. Like
Yeah. And you guys did take on some extra challenges to save some of them. You could have let them blow out the airlock and save yourself a bunch of trouble fighting all those Cassathos.
Yeah, but what fun is that?
Yeah, we enjoy fighting.
I enjoy.
I
fighting,
don't want to
so.
fight.
Yeah, except
I just want to live.
You're at like almost dead.
Fuck.
So as you guys are having all these weird
Yeah,
conversations,
that's still pretty
Bama,
Yes, sir.
you see you see a little blink on the control panel, and
Oh,
then like a
we got communications.
Yes, so I'll go ahead and open the communication line.
While this is happening, I take a nap because my dude's tired.
Okay.
Ooh,
Mom,
that's
you
my
go
secret.
Picks a
you go
spot.
and find a place and just crash out.
And
Kinda-
I'll sleep anywhere.
You kind of walk over and you kind of shove a couple of Ishran aside.
I would be extremely inconsiderate when I find the space that I want. I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is mine, move.
Yeah, you
plop.
just kind of push some people over and then you just kind of.
I'm assuming there's a cabin's quarters, right?
You haven't explored the ship. You have no idea.
Well,
what's
I'm
in
at
this.
the piloting
Well,
spot
I know
area,
what's
or the
on this
helm,
place
basically.
because
Yeah,
I've
you
guys-
flown
the
You
it.
cabin-
guys are
quarters.
in the helm. right
So,
now.
so I'm gonna go ahead and check out the doors to the left and the right.
For that note, is there?
There
I
are
guess
no
I
doors to the
would
left and right.
in my frantic
Well,
looking around
this
for
is
food.
bonus.
Huh?
In my frantic looking around for food, did I find a sleeping quarters? I'm sorry.
There are 2 or 3 sleeping quarters. I can't remember. Cody, I believe you have the sheet for the ship.
All right,
No,
well, I pass out
I
one of
do
those.
not.
If there's
I
somebody
look
already
for
in
it.
there,
I think
will
you have
literally
it.
pick them up
Dude.
and just move them out of the
Wait.
sleeping area
What is it called?
because it's mine.
That's not called anything.
It's called Neemer.
It is
No,
not
but
called
what is the
Neemer.
what is
It is the
the?
Neemer.
No.
Yeah, this is it. This is
So
it. Yeah, I got it.
Neemer de Magris.
Shut the fuck.
So,
Give me
Bama,
more
as you hit
wine,
the button for like,
please.
More wine.
so,
I can't
Please.
take
Hello?
your shit.
Neemer.
hello.
Ah, how you doing, Magris?
I'm doing quite well.
Ah, listen, that fine. Hey, do you have any food?
Neemer.
Can it be the Neems?
I mean, I'm
You
sure
could
I
name
can
it short for
scrounge
Neems.
something
All
up,
right.
but I
Alright.
don't
Yeah.
know how that's
It's
going to
the
help
Neemer.
you, considering you're on a
No,
different
memes
ship
is
than me.
worse. It's
I
worse.
was just
I like
calling
it.
because we've been sitting
I
here
don't
for
actually
a
have
moment,
much of a
and
problem with the Neemer.
I have a
The Neemer is
bunch of people I do not really care to have on the ship.
Uh,
One of them being a very, very prickly old Vesk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Venom
yeah.
Tooth doesn't much like you. It's pretty
Who
funny.
is not in the best of standings with me, so I'm just thought I'd
Magris,
a little
please.
ring and find out what it is that we are planning to do with our cargo.
Oh well, the plan is we need to transport them to a place.
I understanding to transport them.
Yes, of
Sitting
course.
here seems like the worst possible idea.
Yes. So there is a place that's about 2 days adrift. I think that's what you said. So there's 2 days drift that we can get there. What's your fuel situation?
By my calculations and looking at everything, I'm not a pilot by any means. I have some experience, but from what I can see, we're doing quite well.
All right, and Baba, how are we looking?
How are we looking?
Go ahead and roll the pilot.
Why does he have to refer to
fuel?
How much fuel's in the ship?
Do you guys even know if you have a drift engine?
I don't.
Okay,
I'm
then.
sure
Thank you.
there is.
Is a drift engine just an engine?
No.
Because I'm
No,
assuming
it's
There's
like
an
a
engine
warp
and a
core,
drift
man.
engine.
I
It's
don't-
a
I don't-
special
I
physics.
don't-
is
I don't
drift,
understand quantum physics, but my character
So,
evidently does.
is drift warp, basically.
Drift is more like a tear in the fabric of
It's
time
the
and space.
faster-
It's a
True,
wrinkle
that's
in
what I'm
time.
trying.
We
Alright,
fold time and
we-
space,
we-
and we go through the
I get
fold.
that. I'm just trying to make sure that because when I hear drift
Bama.
engine, to me that sounds like regular engine.
Okay.
as
I just-
opposed to
You have
a
standard.
warp
You have
engine.
standard engines and you have drift.
Tasty
engines.
Okay,
treat. I
that's
hand you
fine.
half the other.
Bama,
Yeah.
say you're bullshit.
I mean, it's kind of important bullshit considering the fact that we don't have a drift engine.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Do they have a drift engine? The
Can-
Migrants?
Excuse me, Magus.
Yes.
Do you think you can tie a line to our ship and we drift our way to the next area?
That's not how that works.
Is that not how it
I'm
works?
no expert on the triune or how the drift works, but I'm pretty sure that's not how the drift works.
Well, sweetie, I think we might have a problem.
Did you just call her sweetie?
Yes.
That's super offensive. Why would you say that? She is your equal. You can't demean her by calling her sweetie.
I did stab her.
I
this
hate
time.
you.
Can I see the?
I did. I
I
stab her?
hate you.
Did I stab her?
Goody, goody. Yes.
No,
you
but you're
did.
not able to. I'm sure you would have if you were standing next to her.
Well,
You
probably
big
right,
stabby bastard.
Because it would save our lives at this point.
That freezes on the mid.
Mid drinking a beer, very weird.
Well,
What did you roll?
Rolled a 7.
Oh.
Plus my piloting.
Hold on.
That's-
Let me assist you on that.
Yeah. You know what? With an assist, just go ahead and roll advantage.
Well, I got 18 plus 9,
No,
so
go ahead and roll advantage because you're assisting.
I also rolled a 7.
I had an 18 plus 9. I would go over and check it.
Between the two of you, you have a drift engine.
Okay.
Oh, we do?
You
Oh,
guys do have a
Peter.
drift engine. You have a very basic.
You call
signal
yourself
drift.
a pilot.
I fucking drove dump trucks, dude.
Here's
which
the,
didn't
here's the
typically
buttons.
have
I'm
drift
gonna point out the drift buttons.
Also, this is a highly modified version of the ship. I want to say it's in a backseat core ship, but I cannot remember off the top of my head what I wrote it down as. So I want to say it's in a backseat core
expansion
transport
bay
ship, but-
number 1, drift engine.
Yeah. So and
Mm-mm. Shouldn't be in the expansion bay. You
No?
have a drift engine port.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be on the far left on the bottom of the sheet. Underneath, I believe it's your
Power core.
And then
So-
the
No.
drift, right? There should be one right underneath.
so
that
so
says
I
drift.
point out to Bama. These are the drift buttons. Drift buttons.
I'm
drift engine.
sleeping.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm sure you are.
I found the nearest bed and took it.
Yeah.
And
So you do find a
What's your
room.
pilot?
It has
What's my
two
piloting?
different
Yeah.
bunks in it.
9.
There's a couple.
Actually,
of
it's probably
rooms,
higher
maybe
now that I
about
got a
for enough
level.
I
for
think it's
about
higher.
6 people comfortably.
At least 1
Not
point
super
higher.
comfy beds.
So I'm
just
at 9.
Oh, like standard
And I
cots.
think you started off higher.
But they seem to be functional. They each have their own little foot locker at the end of them.
Okay.
Because,
so you
yeah,
just
my
I passed out
piloting is
full
grab
really,
one.
Yeah. I was
I'm
about
like,
dead.
yours is
I'm
like-
worn the fuck out.
like all my skills are.
I
freaking
fought the
high.
good fight.
Yeah, yours are stupid.
So
Life's alright.
you guys are sitting here having this
So-
argument about the drift engine.
Yes.
And then you realize like the button is still on, and Maggers is just like,
And I'm like yelling at Bama. The drift engine's right there, you.
You're right. It's 11.
We know what we're doing.
I can certainly tell that.
All right, Magra, sweetie. All right, so
Oh man. Squeaks is
You're double downing on this, huh?
yes. Don't make me come up.
I didn't think you were such a piece of shit when I started working with you.
Well,
Yes.
I am an android, and
That doesn't mean anything. I'd actually think that you're less, not this kind of.
I would
You're
have
an
thought
android
that you
that's
were
bad
less
at
of a piece
math.
of shit.
I'm bad at a lot of things, but
You're bad at being not a piece of shit.
but I am good at saving your guys' asses.
Whatever.
Shut up. This is why we don't bring alcohol to the game.
I've saved you multiple times, by the way.
Thank you. That's why we get to call the ship the Neemer.
That's right.
So as you guys are kind of sitting there,
Oh, we're going with a Neemer now?
He kind of walks up. So, I've pulled together this bit of ration, which looks to be about enough for maybe a day or two.
Oh, that's
well,
probably good.
It's about what we got to do.
That's-
So
Apparently, I've been placed in as some sort of leader. They're all looking to me for answers, so I'm coming to you now.
It's better to you than me.
So, please tell me there's something that you have planned.
Yeah, there's a little slave colony. Or
Yeah, we're
a
drifting
little,
to this place. I'm gonna put it on
It's
the
not a
thing,
slave
whatever,
colony.
and just boop, engage.
You can't just drift to a random place, jackass.
he says it's like the world. You can't
That's
just
it.
go.
I'm literally, as he's yelling at me, I'm just like.
You gotta contact either ship and let them know the coordinates that we're going to before we jump.
Did we already
Well,
leave?
I told her we're going to this place, and then boop, 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 boop,
But
boop.
you didn't tell her anything.
Oh well, I did actually. Like if you were to like rewind this like 5 minutes ago.
Actually, I don't know if you did either. I don't think you
I'm
actually
pretty
said
certain
that.
I did. So, anyways, as I'm typing it in, all right, sweetheart, this is where we're going.
I really
The
find
fact that it's a
offense to
computer saying that really
I'm-
bugs me.
It bugs
But
me
here's the
too,
coordinates.
So
Vanna.
wait, where do you want to go? Like, okay, so pulling back the curtain as GM, where do you want to? I told you of two places. where do you want to
The
go?
refugee camp.
The refugee camp within 2 days.
So you want to go to the Castrovel refugee camp,
Yes.
Yeah.
the one that you were going to go to originally.
Yes.
Yes.
It was within 2 days, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Acton's technically closer, but okay.
Acton's closer. What's that Acton?
Huh?
What's that Acton? What do I know about Acton?
It's our
Akaton?
home world.
Acton.
Yeah.
So Akaton is a small dying planet. It's got one really rich area where pretty much everyone, all the hoity-toity rich. Essentially, this place was mined for all of its minerals and things over the years. But since the
prosperity
oncoming of
aspect.
the drift and everything, the demand for the minerals and stuff that were found on Akaton has kind of dropped. So there's one really ritzy area of Akaton, and the rest are kind of like these kind of desert ghost town slums type areas. There's a lot of Yosoki
Yeah,
settlements.
we definitely need to go
There's
there.
a lot of Ishkari settlements, and that is also where the Shobuhad are from.
This is where the refugee camp is. It's
There
on the
is-
planet.
No, we're gonna go to the
he
refugee
knows,
camp.
he's
Okay.
Obama has heard a rumor that there is some sort of refugee or some sort of underground railroad type thing for refugees.
Yeah.
That could be
We're
found
going
on
to our
Akaton,
original
but it's
spot.
all rumors. Whereas the one
yeah,
that
let's
you know
go
on
where we
Castro is a
were.
real thing. You've actually done work
Let's
with them
do that.
before.
David is confirming that yes, Sean did
Yeah.
say it,
Yeah, he is.
for the record, for the GM's record.
He also says that you drink beer like Donald Trump.
Yeah, I think that's when I was doing this whole thing. Like,
Yeah. Really
How are you
bugs me.
supposed to take off the labels, Darren?
I did on the one that I was drinking, and then I grabbed the other one, and it's fine.
Well, because that one's gone too. By the way, this is a drunk episode.
Yeah, it's going to be a long
You know, I'm not
night.
actually drunk, but yeah, I am alcohol.
It was a long day, and this is fantastic.
This is actually one of the few easy days of work I had. So
Oh, yeah?
I like
Um,
seeing myself
talk
drink
about
like
So
2
the
minutes
guy
later.
that
It's
you
very
were
impressive.
looking to meet, Sean,
Yes.
on Castrovel, there's a place just outside of. Hold on, let me get my map. Here we go. Here we go.
So who's my contact there?
There's a small little place right outside of the Ocean of Mists, just to the west of the Ocean of Mists.
And that's a planet?
No. That is it's a large portion of Castrovel. Whereas this, it's this
large continent, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Large continent.
A large continent on Castrovel. And the guy that you've
What's the name of the planet?
The planet Castrovel.
Castrovel.
Castrovel is a giant,
Sure.
is a huge,
Hey.
huge, one of the largest, outside of the two large gas planets, is the largest planet in the Pact Worlds. It is mostly a jungle planet, and that is where the, where is it?
Oh, wait.
That is where the Karen live.
We don't know what happened to the girl with tattoos.
Yeah, well, the robots took her.
Captain Michael.
Yeah, the robots took her.
We'll worry about that later, I think.
Yeah, first let's
We
get
gotta
the
get food and
slaves.
fuel.
So Castrovel is
Let's liberate some people.
is the homeworld of the Lashunta, and what you know about it right now is there is a civil war going on between the Formian nations. Formians are large insect, almost ant-like.
Oh, I don't like those people.
And they have been fighting
Racist.
very, very fervently.
So then, the
Lashunta
Lashuntas
they're-
are
they're-
fighting the insects.
No. The Formians are having their own civil war. The Lashuntas are in attempts with the Farans and the Baranthi.
He's just
try and
gonna
quell-
stop trying to spell all this shit.
Continue. I'll come
to
back
try and quell
I'll
these
write this down
to
later.
quell these wars and everything.
Okay.
Essentially, and try and keep the peace. They're doing a decent job, but there's mild skirmishes here and there. The Baranthi are. I apologize very much for that. The Baranthi are more xenophobic. They do not allow outsiders into their territories. They're
The
very.
Baranthi or what?
The Baranthi, they're kind of elvish, I guess, if I was going to go along the lines of their tall,
humanoid.
wide, fair, humanoid, pointed ears, kind of a mix between like elf and Vulcan, I guess,
Okay.
in a sense, at the basest of levels.
Cool. We are going to that planet.
Yeah, but Castrovel itself is a largely, other than the settlements that are withheld by the different peoples, is a very untamed planet. It is a jungle world that is untamed, that has been left to grow. Everyone from that planet is all about letting things grow and nurture as they need be. So there are many parts of Casserole that are very dangerous. So that's what you know about Casserole.
There's also this.
Pure. I don't need that.
It's there.
I have iced tea.
Oh, I thought you were
It's
gonna
gonna
pour it into your iced tea.
Tequila.
Ah.
Tea?
Ah!
You
All right.
should market that.
So yes.
Tequila.
But
Casserole is our destination. Is what you hear over the comms.
Yes.
yes, and at that point,
It's
engage.
going to take us a moment to get everything up and running. There was a slight
Engage.
overload, and then you just in the middle of sentences. You say, go ahead and roll a piloting at a disadvantage.
Is he's rolling the piloting?
He's the
Yeah,
one at
he's
the.
the one input
16?
input everything.
Or 5. So 5 plus 9, 14.
Okay, that's not terrible.
No.
We're all dead, but it's fine.
And we
Totally
land
fine.
into an asteroid.
So as
Pick up
you
and
know,
off.
as you guys are sitting there, just Linux just all of a sudden starts punching in numbers, and
The whole time I'm like, fucking stop!
and then,
That's what gave me the disadvantage.
everything. So the drift is very weird. When it engages, it almost looks as if instead of the ship moving forward, it's almost as if a rip in space-time opens up.
Almost or exactly?
Almost.
Okay.
And instead of the ship
And
moving
as soon as I
forward,
hit the engage button,
the tear
I turn to
itself
you and go,
envelops
"You're in charge."
the ship itself. And then
A real
I'm
piece of
fighting-
shit.
behind
I'm
you,
finding my
see it
quarters.
running. And you travel through this odd, multicolored, weird amalgam of Jackson Pollock painting-esque colors and shapes that doesn't make much sense. There's colors that you don't understand and you can't even describe as you just are traveling through this time. All of your instruments that tell time and your relativity to where you are in the universe all just start going haywire and going crazy.
I'm heading towards the captain quarters.
There is no
You
captain's
don't
quarters.
need to
I'm fighting
sleep.
cabin
You're a
quarters.
computer.
Just
Well, I need to plug in and download.
What he wants is fanciness, is what he wants.
Bama, go ahead
He's not
and
looking to
roll a
sleep.
piloting for me real quick.
He wants to reassure himself
Son
that
of
he's
a
better than
bitch.
As you're
that.
checking things out.
Because I left you with it.
13?
13. As you're kind of like, after like
I
Linux
did
just
that.
kind of punches these things in, you hit into the drift and then he just walks away. You're like, alright, I'll look and check on it and the status of it. It's going to take you about 5 days to get to the drift.
To get to the
to
drift?
get to Castro.
Oh, okay.
It'll take you 5 days.
We have 2
Oh,
days.
we're gonna
We have
starve.
2 days of food, so it's gonna get real bad.
Well,
um,
the people do.
you don't eat.
The meat lizard has 2 days of food. Fix the situation, or you will be his food.
You
Just
can't
saying.
eat metal, alright?
You can
He
also-
will damn well try.
So, Bama,
They're
based
not
on your
yummy.
piloting knowledge, your knowledge
but he
of
likes them.
flight and the drift and all of those things,
It's
you
one
know
of
that you
He
can
thinks they're
drop
cute.
out of
I
the
saved
drift
you.
early.
Multiple
It's just
times.
it's
You want
unsure
more
where
fights?
you're going to be.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It's
that
not like once
sucks.
you get into the drift, you're
I
stuck
know I
there
entice you.
for
Don't you
the
worry.
entire time. You can drop in and out of the drift at any point in time. It's just
You're like,
You don't know where you're
gonna
gonna be.
unless you
start a
punch
bar
in your
fight for you
coordinates.
later.
Because the drift doesn't work. It doesn't work in the way you understand it. It doesn't work in a straight. It's not like you're essentially ripping a thing and then just going straight.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's just you rip a hole and then it's just,
You're in a tunnel.
and
I'm
you're,
all about wrecking
essentially
holes.
you are the way that it's been described by people that are servitors of the triune, which are the culmination of 3 godheads from the higher planes that merged consciousness to come down and give higher plane travel to the people of the packed worlds. The way it's described to you is you are no longer on the physical plane when you drift. You are jumping into a different dimension
It's the warp.
outside, and then you are jumping back in.
Starfinder's fucking weird, you guys.
It's Warhammer's warp. It's just got
All I'm
less
saying,
speed.
it's gonna be a long 5 days for you.
Or maybe it has just as many. I don't know. I assume it has.
All right,
less
is there
because we're
is
not
there
all
a
Democrats.
is there possibly like a map or a book I can find on the
Sure, it's
star
in the-
system we're in?
I'm sure it's in the captain's quarters that I find.
On this,
There
in,
are no
while you're
fucking-
in the one that you're in the drift or the packed world.
No,
Like
like
how to roll
dysphoria. Can I like find a place that's on the way?
You find the captain.
I kind of think
Uh,
in my
But
sleep.
you know, in your sleep.
Yeah,
I
there's
dream
several
about
places.
finding
There's
captains.
from Dysphoria. There's Idari. Then there is I want to say it's Akaton next, and then Absalom Station, and then Castroville.
Man, we might have to stop by home base and just pick up food. I don't think we're really allowed there, but
Home base. What's
Don't
home
worry,
base?
I'll talk us through it.
Akaton.
Your guys' home planet.
Mhm.
But either way, I'm
Are
Are
finding
you gonna
captain
be able to
quarters
drop?
right now.
Can you just drop out
So
somewhere?
you,
Yeah.
so Linux,
Okay.
after you left, you like kind of stumble through. You open one of the doors, and you just see Maz just like all loud, just
Yes.
Actually hurts the too.
and you're like, nope. You close the door.
Yeah.
You go into another one, and there's like a couple of like there's just a couple of like refugees, and there's a couple of kids like playing games on the ground. There's an elderly Varanthi lady like sitting on the bench next to what looks to be another android.
Hey, kids. Hey, guess what?
Yeah. Hi. Hey. You're the guy that helped everyone, right?
Yeah. Hey, I saw your parents.
You did?
Yeah, they're in the other bay.
Go ahead and roll.
What are you trying to do? You were way too excited. It's like, hey kids, your parents exist. I can't wait for them to be orphans. And you
Yeah,
are just
that's
the
what I was
worst.
waiting for.
A 12?
Yes.
And they just kind of like.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
No, I have fancy clothes on. 14.
Tequila is not good.
I know we don't. Who knows?
This is a real dumb kids.
I mean,
And they're in the bay. You just need to go. Just go. Quick.
Don't ask questions. Leave.
Jacob, no, you don't need to worry.
And then I'm gonna turn to the elder.
The elderly lady gets just like, we will leave. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
And she just kind of takes
Oh.
it like, come on, let's go play somewhere.
Oh, you're an asshole.
And she
Well,
just
we
kind of
knew that.
Shambles out.
Yes.
It takes a good like 90 seconds for her to move like the 13
Hold on.
feet.
Asshole that's saving their lives.
You
And-
can be both.
And so, and when they exit, I lock the door.
Okay, so they walk out and like almost before like as you hit the button like, oh, I forgot my
Yes.
it just slams shut. As a kid, just kind of you hear the small little hands touch on like the lower abdomen like. "Aw."
I now imagine a situation where like
God,
Miles
you're
is
a
the
fucking
opposite, like
asshole.
sleeping in a room where like children are literally climbing on him, and he's just.
Yeah.
He's
Or
just
they
so
run
knocked
away
out.
because they're scared.
Yeah,
of
they're
it.
just
They're
like.
more likely to do that.
It's like,
But
watch this! They're like dropping like bits of string into your mouth.
So, what contacts do we have on Akaton?
Akaton, go ahead and roll. Both of you guys roll. Just roll standard intelligence.
Yes, and
19
sleeping.
plus 4.
9.
19 plus 4. Okay. You guys have your family there. You've worked with this Shobad. He's like a mechanic. He kind of worked on some of the garbage trucks when you worked the garbage. Yeah, he was one of the mechanics for the garbage haulers. As far as like contacts, do tell you like where a slave underground slave railroad might be.
Well, that's fine.
Iffy, but you do know some people on Akaton.
Okay.
You're not going there unabashed and unknown.
How are other races treated on Akaton?
Akaton is
Playing with that.
should I have read it or should I
Oh.
have read it?
okay.
What is that?
Wait, are you sleeping or are you playing with that?
Well, playing with that before I go to bed.
Okay, let me finish this.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then we'll get into that.
I don't even want to know what you're playing with before you go to
This
bed.
is robot dick.
All I'm saying, if the ship blows up, my bad.
Fucking really? Every time with you. It's just.
So,
Nope, got my D4.
Akaton is actually fairly liberal. They kind of are accepting of everybody, mostly because it's a really poor area. Most of the planet is dead. The only places that you don't want to go on Akaton are where the Ishtaki kind of send their exiles. What you know about the Ishtaki? They are another lizard, like reptilian-based race. Not unlike the Vesk. However, they have a very weird and odd maturity cycle. If they are not culled by their brood properly and taken in so that they do not grow out of control, their sexual maturity will come to fruition and they turn into twice as large feral monster beasts.
Oh man, I want to go one of those.
And
Could've been a bigger
they
Igor
kind
lizard?
of take over a big chunk of the Akaton Desert region. But for the most part, in the towns and settlements, they're pretty liberal. Outside of the rich area of Akaton, where they are, it's not so much what race you are, but how much you're worth, how many credits you have. If you have the credits, then they'll accept you. Outside of that, though, they don't want you around. That's kind of how Akaton
Okay.
is.
Well, we can't use our comms while we're in the stream, right?
You cannot use them in the drift unless you are in direct communication with somebody who entered the drift at the same time as you. That's how
Did
you
she
know,
enter
understand.
the drift with us?
No, she did not.
Well,
How
you
fucking
know,
could
She
she?
was in the middle of telling you that it's going to take her a minute to get the drift engines up
That's
and running.
her fucking problem.
No, it's fucking our problem too, because she's gonna get there expecting that we're there, and we're fucking not.
or die on the way getting there because she's gonna run out of food. Because she's gonna probably have the same problem that we're gonna have.
Shit! Why? Why does this all suck?
Because
Did you
Sean's an
ask-
asshole.
Did
Yeah,
you ask them
Because
how
Sean
much
is
food they
in
have?
charge.
She said she had a couple days, I think.
She said she could scrounge up.
Can
some
we
food.
throw a
That's
mutiny?
all she.
Can we throw a
That's
mutiny?
exactly what we're doing.
Dude,
Don't
I'm gonna
throw
fucking
mutiny.
strap you to the
Somebody has
roof
to be
of
in
this fucking
I'm in the
spaceship if I have
captain's
to.
Right now, all he
So,
has done is hit
uh,
There's
So-
no
Barking
captain's
orders.
quarters.
So,
Where I'm at
Sean.
is captain's quarters.
or Linux, you go into the captain's quarter and you reach into your
Don't call
bag.
it that. Don't give him the satisfaction.
To you, it's a captain's quarter. It's no different than the room Maz is in. It's got a second bed.
There's plenty of difference. You want to know what the difference
Oh,
is?
you know. Oh, shut
Okay, this item wasn't originally gonna blow you up, but it's gonna blow you up.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just kidding.
So as
Hold
soon
on,
as
hold on.
we.
I gotta get.
Okay.
He wanted to do a thing, so I'm gonna let him.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Split. So, you're in your room.
Yes.
It's quiet. It's well, relatively, and you reach into your bag as you're kind of pulling your stuff out, and you pull out this vial.
Mhm.
And it's a little bit longer, a little bit thicker than a vial. It almost is like a tube, like it's almost like a tubular, like a tube that kind of bulbs out in the middle a little bit.
I'm gonna grip the middle.
And there's these intricate onyx or gold and green inlay with gold outlines on the bottom and along the top, and it almost kind of resembles either some sort of writing mechanism or hilt, but there's no blade attached to it. And inside there's all these green inlays that kind of drift in and out.
I'm gonna
And
push
almost-
him as they drift
It's
in.
snakes. That's it. You touch it and it's solid, but the majority of the tube is clear, and there seems to be what at first you thought was some sort of weird black ichor inside. Upon further inspection, it doesn't look like a liquid. It almost looks like when you mix oil with water, except a little bit lighter. It almost looks like amorphous shadow.
Okay.
Snaking and moving around, writhing and wriggling within inside of this tube.
Shake it.
You shake it around, and as you're inspecting it, you're kind of flipping it over and you're looking around. You notice a bit of green flash through
Press it.
in the tube, no, inside the tube.
Yeah, I press
You
outside.
press on it and nothing happens, and then it just back again to this black shadow that's kind of just
Is there any buttons or any kind of?
not that you can see as you're, but as you're staring at it and you're looking at it, trying to flip it over, trying to figure out what this thing is, the green reappears and kind of repops to the surface and kind of lingers for a minute.
Is it giving me in the middle?
Are you gonna focus on that?
Well, yeah, of course.
So you focus.
I got nothing else better to do. I'm in the
So you
captain's quarters.
focus on this green orb inside of this tube of black writhing shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Staring at it, and your vision seems to dim.
That's very awkward for an
Pull.
android.
Pull in almost as it kind of focuses in on
Enhance.
This. Yeah, on this device. Almost as if you can't look away now that you've seen this, you can't look. And
I don't want to look away.
in
At
a
this point.
in a flash, the green orb turns, and there seems to be what looks to be the look of a feline-esque eye staring
Okay.
directly at you. And as it does, there is a flash of hot in your eyes and a pulsing in the back of your head.
Oh, that sucks.
The whole blade once again just hits the black. The green is gone, and
The hilt, you mean?
the hilt is gone, and a amorphous black blade shoots out of the end of where the hilt is, as there is this now almost moving energy like shadow that is kind of arcing along as you're kind of holding this hilt.
How the hell did you get this? When did he get this?
Can we take a break real fast?
And as you kind of are staring at this, there is you are kind of secreting like a weird oil
It's pretty weird.
all over your body as you are just staring at this black blade that is just kind of shimmering in the air.
I like it.
And as you're staring at it, that's where we're going to take a break
Okay.
for about 15 minutes or so. Come back in a little bit and we'll wrap this all up.